Okay, guys, so today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to try to show you how to use this website called Idealista, or maybe it's Idealista. I guess it depends on how you pronounce it with English or Spanish vowels. But anyhow, this is what we use to find somewhere to live in Spain. There are other websites, but this is the main one, the most popular one. So right now I have it in Spanish. You can see over here, you can switch it to English, or you can download a plugin onto your Google Chrome browser and it will also translate it into Spanish. So for now, I'm just going to use what's on the website and I'm going to select to rent and then I'm going to type in Zaragoza because I want to show you about the cost of living here. And a lot of things to do with cost of living in Spain are going to be uniform. You have your cell phone bill, your internet bill, food, water, garbage. The things that are majorly different might be electricity, heat, and rent. And so we decreased our rent by moving from Madrid to Zaragoza by about 1,200 euros. And then we also, because we moved somewhere where heat was included, on some months we save an additional 300 to 400 euros. So I call it 1,500 euros a month that we're saving just by moving here. Everything else is the same. The internet bill, the cell phone bill, that's all the same. So anyhow, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to click on this, see the 499 homes, which I have now in English. And then over here, you will select homes. And you can also switch it back to Spanish in case I have some people looking at this. See, I have this default translator, so even though I put it on Spanish, it's kept it on English, but now it's on Spanish because I told it not to translate. So viviendas is what you're looking for. This is a type of home that you want because if you get a lease for a vivienda, it should be long term. Okay, so then I'm going to put it on the size, which is the minimum size home that we like to have here, which is higher than or bigger than your typical Spanish home. Your typical Spanish home is going to be around 800 square meters or smaller. We like to have some space. So this is what we do. We go for the 140 square meters or more. Really, we prefer more. But I'm going to use this as an example to show you what types of homes are here at 140 square meters. What's 140 square meters in square feet? Let's see, 140 square meters to square feet is 1,500 square feet. So you can compare that to where you're living right now and see what it is. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is you can view this in map, which is what this says, ver in mapa. And immediately you're going to see that, these prices are on the high side for typical Spanish income. What I've heard is a typical Spanish income is like 1,500 to 2,000 euros a month. So this is higher. This is around, that amount. So obviously it's on the higher end for people. But anyways, I'm making this video for Americans wanting to move to Spain, and from the perspective of an American, the amount of space I know that we like to have. So anyhow, so what I want to tell you is immediately you can see kind of like these are the prices, and from what I'm looking at here, for the most part, these properties are all in decent areas. I would not go over here to Oliver, so that one would just be like not included for me, but just for fun, we can see what it is. 176 square meters for 4 bedrooms and 1,100 a month. So this is I don't know. I mean, that's a good price, but that's because it's not in a good area. So this is not a good area to live in. For most people. I mean, I'm sorry if that offends someone who's listening to this, but most people that I talk to say that Oliver is not a good area to live in. So if I wouldn't live there, I'm not going to recommend it for someone. Okay, so let's see. I want to show you this where it says 176 square meters constructed, and then 170 square meters utilized. You will see up here at the top, it's telling you that there's 176 square meters. And then you see right here, it says that that's usable space is 170. So the number is different. That's because there's going to be 6 square meters somewhere in the house that is on a terrace of some sort. The other thing I noticed is that there's 4 bedrooms, there's 1 bathroom, they have a storage room. It's an unequipped kitchen, which probably means that's supposed to mean that there's no appliances in the kitchen at all. And also it's not furnished. So we can look at the pictures right here and we can see the state of this apartment. It was updated 1 month ago, it says, so it could be available or it could not be available. If it's been on the market for a month, maybe it's not available. I don't see air conditioners right now. I see what I would say is a heater. These things right here are heaters. Who knows if it comes with the stuff that's in the pictures? It could come with the stuff that's in the pictures or maybe not. Okay, so there's your 6 meters of space that's outside. Okay, let's see. That doesn't really make it bigger, but it's because they took the picture horizontal. They took it vertical. They didn't take it horizontal. So this is a rental, okay, people? 1,100 euros a month. What is that? Around probably $1,250, $1,250. I would give an estimate. But the currency, the exchange rate changes. I mean, there's not even a door on the kitchen. Like, you can see what I'm telling you here. This is not an area that you want to live in. It's not a home that you want to rent. Let's be honest. Okay, so we're not looking at Oliver. Okay, that's going to be something that we're going to just cross off our list. Also, you don't want to live in El Gancho. Other than that, for where these properties are listed, the properties that you see here, like, you don't see anything in El Gancho actually. El Gancho is is over here. I need to zoom in more. Here it is. Okay, it's here. Here you see the word El Gancho, and this is Mercado Central. I would say that it's okay to live on the border of El Gancho, but not inside of it. So hopefully that makes sense. And it's going to be like that in a lot of places. Like, we live on the border. We live technically in Centro, but it's if you put like a border around where the actual zip code for Delicias is, we live outside of Delicias, but kind of close to it. But that's how you kind of get your rent to be lower, is you go into the areas that like don't have the best reputation right now, but you don't live in them. You live in the better area near that area, and then you have lower rent and still have a safe, secure environment. Okay, I'm sure I'm pissing someone off right now. Sorry. Okay, so over here, this is near El Corte Inglés. And then you have the tram line through here. And so all of these places are near the tram line. If you have seen my video about going to Plaza San Francisco, this is that area here. So it's a really trendy, cute area. They have playgrounds, they have the market, they have lots of restaurants, and you can see what the prices are here. This could actually be one property. Sometimes they don't delete listings. So let's see if this is the same property. 5 bedrooms, 145 square meters. This one's 185. This one's 185. So these two are these two are the same. They have the exact same title. And then we have this one, which 1350 Piso de Universidad. Okay, so it's possible. We have to look at the pictures and make sure that this is definitely not a duplicate or not. But anyway, this is an area that I could recommend. It's near the tram line, 1,300, 5 bedrooms, 185 square meters. And we have it here in English, 32 square meter living room. You want to try to look at the pictures. It says they have double glazed windows. That's probably good. Doesn't say if they're weatherproof. Maybe that's what it means. Split air conditioning in the living room and central heating with individual meters. So what that means is that from what I understand that means here, someone who lives here and speaks Spanish and knows very well what I'm talking about can correct me if I'm wrong. Central heating here means that the building controls the heat. That means they turn it on and off. You have access to it. So where we live, we can turn our heaters on and off, but we can't control when the heat is available because we have central heating, but we do not have individual meters. That means that our heat is included in our rent, and that's why we have a lower cost here. Some months in Madrid, we would pay like 300 or 400 euros in heating costs because we had individual meters. But we also did not have central heating there. We had complete control. We could turn the heater on whenever we wanted to all year long. Here, we cannot do that. It's only available during certain months. And even during those months, it's only available during certain hours. It does not work at night, which will be shocking to you. Um, so this property has central heating, which means the building controls when it's on, what hours it's on, what time of the year it's on, but you have your own individual meter. So you're paying for your own use instead of paying like as a community. It has a morning concierge. They have community fees. So whatever the rent is, you're going to pay extra for that. And it says guarantees are requested, which means that they're going to want more money um, than probably they're probably going to want like a bank eval. For me, for us finding a property, this would be a red flag. That terminology would be a red flag. That when you're on a visa, you don't have a work contract, and someone who's already putting that in the description, you can see the website is not working correctly because I have it translated. So I'm going to put it in Spanish and see if it will let me see this. And now it works. So anytime you see that type of word where it says garantias or bank eval, that means they might not be the most flexible with letting you live there without a work contract. So you can see I had to turn the translator off, the Google Translator off to get the website to function correctly. So let me see if I can turn the Idealista translation on, and maybe it will let me see this. Yes. Okay, so it says you call on WhatsApp. You always want to make sure you call. Do not use this chat thing. I know that it's more comfortable to do that because you don't speak Spanish and you just want to type or use Google Translate and put it in there, but they won't answer. So you need to call on WhatsApp. And if you don't speak Spanish, you need to find someone who does, or ask them, ¿hablas inglés? If they say yes, that means they speak English. If they say no, then okay, sorry, bye. Or pay someone to communicate for you. This here is a disclaimer for the company that's doing the rent. It's not for the property itself. So let's look at the property. $1,300 a month near Plaza San Francisco. This is a small terrace that you see here. They call these terraces, we call them patios. And it's quite small, and that would make me nervous for a kid. That's you got to get like an extra thing to put around that guardrail there. Let's see. It looks like this is the tram line, I think. Yeah, that's the tram line. So this is overlooking the tram line. Yeah, here's another tram line. So overlooking the tram line. Right there, you can see the scooter and the bike lanes. This is a nice living room. You can see they have AC in I think this is still the living room. I don't know. It says room. These are heaters. And then this is an air conditioner with a heater, and I think I'm still in the living room. There's a bathroom with no shower curtain. Sometimes there's glass that covers the whole thing. If there's not, you can buy a shower curtain rod and a shower curtain if you want. I don't really like these things because the water comes out of the bathroom or into the floor. But sometimes there might be a door that blocks it, and if there's not, you can buy a shower curtain and a rod at a China store. Let's see what else you will also notice that there's this, you're lucky. There's a light bulb. Okay. Sometimes there's just wires. If you get really lucky, you have a whole like lamp there. Again, this is a bedroom and there's just a light bulb. People take their covers, their lighting covers. What are they called? I don't know. Okay. So this is the bathroom again. And then that's it. That's all they show you. So you have to go look at it. But, you have to go see how big the bedrooms are. I mean, it says 5 bedrooms, but oh wait. No, there's more pictures. Sorry. Okay, so outside again, outside view. This is I think this is a hallway with closet space, so that's good. Here we go. The bathroom. You can see the or the kitchen, sorry. Why did I call this a bathroom? The kitchen and the refrigerator, you can see that it's kind of small. That's how they are here. So if you need an extra one, you just got to buy another one. Or maybe you might have space for an American style, which they do sell. This place has a dishwasher, so that's good. It looks like it might come with that microwave. Normally, if it's in the picture, you've got to go there and see, but 50-50 chance that it's included. This is a little eat-in area that maybe you could put a little table. They often will say that the office space is in the kitchen, so you can see here they have the toilet and the bidet in this bathroom. Again, with the heater, but in this room, I don't see an air conditioner. So there's another little heater right there. You will have to ask the owners, will they install air conditioners or can you install air conditioners? See what they say. That's what we always ask. We've never had a problem with getting ACs installed or them agreeing to let us install them whenever we've been looking at properties. We've never rented a house without air conditioning. Either they put it in before we move in or they agree that we can put it in. We've never had to put it in. It's always either been there or they've been willing to do it. There have been situations where the owner has said, yes, we could put it in, but we didn't move there because they wanted us to either leave the air conditioners or restore the apartment back to its original condition, which it's impossible to remove these air conditioners and have the place be in its original condition. So we just basically didn't move into places like that didn't let us take our equipment with us at the end. This is San Francisco, where I went to the collector's market in that YouTube video. So that's it. So what I've done is I've shown you what the two different square footage numbers are. The bigger one is the whole place, and then the smaller one is going to be the livable space without the terrace. And do they have that? Yeah, so they do have that here. You can see up top it says 185 square meters, but then you come down here and it says that it's distributed in 173 square meters, and that's because there is 12 square meters of outdoor space in a terrace or something like that. So let's see what else. That is in what I would call a good area. And I also want to show you how to use this website in other ways. Like with the filters and stuff. So this area, this stuff over here is good too. It's just that this is outside of the city. When you're moving here and you want to have the city life, be able to walk to where you're going, you want to be near to public transportation. This area is good. This is going to be near El Corte Inglés. And so you can come on here and look at some of those. So you can see this is more expensive, 1650, 150 square meters, 3 bedrooms. Click, click, click really fast because you can also go online and look at this stuff yourself if you're interested. Always look for the ACs because it does get hot here in the summer and you're going to want an air conditioner. This is a nice looking apartment. Let's see. I know some people who live over here, so I could recommend this area too. And I would recommend this area as well. And let's see what else. There is this right here. There's a mall here. If this is it, this is Patagonia. So this is a good little area to live in. Basically, most of what you see here is going to be a good area because I have increased the size. If I bring it down to 100 square meters, then you have a lot more to choose from. And then I have to sort through and be like, yeah, no, don't move over here. Don't move over here. Don't move over here. But so let me go to if I was moving somewhere, I would be more inclined to do this. 180 square meters, and I want a fully fitted kitchen. I don't want to have to buy a refrigerator or stove or anything like that. And I need 3 bedrooms or more because my husband works from home. Don't click air conditioning because if you do, it's bam, it's going to decrease what you have to choose from. Or it's going to only show you properties that say they have air conditioning and they might only have air conditioning in one room, not the whole room. So it's kind of deceitful. You want to make sure that there's air conditioning in all the sleeping spaces and the living room. And so that link doesn't really help you. You have to go and look at the pictures individually. Some people also talk about pets, moving here with pets. Let's see, they have a pets allowed button here, and a lot of things went away. From what I know, there's a law here that they cannot they cannot tell you that you can't rent their apartment because you have an animal. You can talk to them and either not tell them that you have an animal, which I wouldn't recommend because that's starting on off on a bad foot, even though the law supposedly, I haven't read it for myself, but this is what I read online, that through social media, that they cannot prohibit that. Maybe someone who lives here and understands what I'm saying right now can comment on that. Um, but anyway, so you can, even though they don't say they allow pets, they might allow pets. So we take that off, okay? Because you're already going to have a hard enough time finding a place to live. You can go look at my blog post. I'm not going to go through all of my tips about finding a place to live here right now, but the point of this video is to show you this website and how to use it, and maybe what's a good area to live in Zaragoza and the prices and how this affects your cost of living. You cannot find homes like this in Madrid or Barcelona. Um, but go to my blog post, theburgosexperience.com, and on there I have a little tab for living in Spain, and then you go down the menu and it says renting in Spain, and I have all of my tips there for how that we have found rentals. We've never had a problem finding a rental. When we first moved to Zaragoza, we spent one week finding a rental, and every place since then it's taken us just a matter of days. Okay, so it has not been hard for us, but I've used these guidelines that I set forth in my blog. So I'm going to show you like just something that's expensive, right? Because let's see what we can get for 3,000 euros here. This is going to be probably amazing. 874 square meters and 5 bedrooms. And yeah, a villa means it's a house with a yard. And it's in Casablanca. So possibly you have to question whether or not you're going to have access to public transportation, good access to public transportation, to many different buses, to getting to the tram, walking to the grocery store in 5 minutes, or if you're going to have to walk out of a neighborhood, if you're going to need to get on a bike, or you're going to need a car, because what seems reasonable now from where you're sitting is not going to be reasonable once you get here and are living here. You're going to want the convenience. So anyhow, 5 bedrooms. Let's look and see what in the heck this is. A whole house with a whole like outdoor kitchen area. I mean, it's amazing. They have a swimming pool that doesn't have water in it, but I'm sure, you put the water in it, right? The patio, this is like, a dream home, yeah? Um, Living room is nice and big. This is like a typical American type of house. That's what it looks like to me. And it's 3,000 euros and it's almost 900 square meters. Oh, I have to look this up. 800, what does it say? 874. I'm going to another screen. You can't see this, but it says 9,407 square feet. Huge. Never lived in a house this big. Okay, so wow, look, this amazing staircase. If you want to just pop yourself right, like into like luxury, this is it, even though, it looks like it's not updated, but whatever. They have like the whole kitchen bar and the whole table, nice table inside the kitchen. Look, double sinks. I mean, that's a luxury. Here, a lot of times you only have one sink. The curtains are kind of outdated, but they have it looks like they have, see, this is the whole thing about having two refrigerators. They've got the artwork and the lamps there. I don't know if it's furnished or not. Here's a nice big bedroom. That's a twin bed. There's an air conditioner up there. It's got built-in closets, which are not common here. There's your, this is a bidet, so somewhere there's going to be a toilet. So there it is. That's a shower, maybe bathtub thing with a door that needs to be fixed. But anyhow, you see air conditioners are in the bedrooms here, twin beds. This is a room that's being used as an office. This is a little bathtub here. I imagine it's a small bathtub, and that's probably a closet. We like to have apartments with bathtubs, and we have that now. This is a fenced-in garden area. That's what they call it here. They don't call it a yard. They call it a garden. I guess they would call this a larger garden with a swimming pool. And you'll see that there's no safety things here for the pool, and that's something that is missing in a lot of places. My gosh, do they have a tennis court in this house? I mean, wow. Maybe this is a community court, or maybe it's part of the house. And is this the garage? I'm gonna have to look at the details of this thing. I'm impressed. Let's see what it says. 1960 includes blinds, climate windows, garden, a wine cellar, A pool, a tennis court. There it is, a tennis court. Wow, amazing. Garage, individual heating. Um, what do they want? It's in a private urbanization. That means that it's in a neighborhood. Probably has some community amenities. And let's see, they don't say what they want for you to have, as in a job contract or whatever. Updated 8 months ago, it might not even be available anymore. But I mean, this is like a U.S. house right here in Spain for 3,000. I don't know what this would go for in the United States. Okay, so that's in this little area over here, which is kind of outside of everything. Over here, you're too far away, in my opinion. But I know that things cost less here. But listen, most of what you're going to want to do at a minimum is going to be here. And the trip from here to there at that mall is not, it's not walking. Okay, you're not walking there. You're going to need a car or a bus, and there's not as many buses over here as there are over here. We live, if you want to know, which I know you do, we live, I'm not going to tell you where I live, okay, but we live around here, Puerto del Carmen. So we have literally like everything. The only things we can't get to easily are the things that are outside of the city, which I'm talking about, like Costco is over here. Yesterday we went to a birthday party that was over here, and we had to take a taxi to get there because the bus situation on the weekends to get out there was too far. But that's, once every now and then. Everything else we can pretty much get to. There is this little area called Corte de Huerva that some people live in. You really need a car to live out here, but the cost of living could be less. Um, and I can close this map and I can show you that you just click X right here and the map closes. So over here, you can also change the price. Um, I'm going to change the price first to, let's say, a maximum price of 1,400 euros for a home that is 3 bedrooms and at least 180 square meters. And so you don't want to live out by the airport. It's too far out. And so you've got like these two choices here right now. Let's see what this is. This is in Mirabueno, and from what I know, this is a nice area to live in. I don't know where the line is between Oliver and Mirabueno, but I've heard that this is a really nice area to live in, lots of residential types of homes, and I do not know what the public transportation is like here. But this is 1250, 180 square meters, 3 bedrooms. I'm expecting this is going to be a spacious home. They have this little terrace garden outdoor area here, which is super nice. It looks like the houses are connected to one another because this, I think, goes to the neighbor's house. Um, Hallway, you can see those were the bedrooms there. Kitchen area. There's they have a little desk set up here. This is the living room. So you have a full couch and a love seat space and an extra chair here. Look and see what the furniture is in the homes that you're looking at. That's going to give you an idea of how big the rooms are. It's hard to comprehend how small things can be here. This is a terrible picture of the terrace. I mean, who takes pictures like this? If you want to rent something, you don't take these terrible pictures. Nobody can see what the heck that is. Here's the steps. This bedroom has 2 twin beds in it. It's got some kind of system here that could be for the air conditioning, which again can be controlled by the building. These are the questions you want to ask when you're moving here. Who controls the heat? Who controls the air conditioner? Do you have control over everything? I think it's a benefit to have central heating where the community is paying for where it's included in your rent. But that's an old way of doing things here, and lots of places don't do it anymore. But if you can find that, you're going to have savings. This is a shared bedroom because they've got the 2 desks here for 2 different kids. You can see they have this room is split 50-50 between 2 kids. And then here is a smaller bedroom, twin bed, a little desk. This is kind of like a typical bedroom in Spain that's kind of like on the larger side. It's not the smallest thing I've ever seen. It's not the biggest thing I've ever seen. This is a closet that's in there. I see a heater. Bathtub, that's good. They've got a bidet. You might like the bidet, you might not like the bidet. I don't know. We lived in a home with a bidet. We live in one now that does not have it. But it is pretty common. So, you got to decide if you want to wash your butt or not in the sink, in the little miniature sink. as a joke for the Americans. Anyway, fifth floor with a lift. That means with a elevator, and they've got the 75 millimeter 75 meter terrace, not millimeter. Okay. So up here again, it says like 180 square meters, but then it says it's on 115 meters of ground floor and interior access. So of the 180, 115 are livable. That's what the numbers mean. They're all going to be like that. They give you the total space that you're paying for, and then the livable space within the description. Where is this place? You can look it up, okay? But it says Plaza de los Lagos Azules 1. So that means Plaza of the Blue Lakes, number 1. It's here, and I see Supercore. That's a good grocery store, but I don't know how easy it is to walk there. I would have to like put it in Google Maps and see what the distance is. That's something you want to do when you're looking for a place to live. See how long it takes to walk from here to the grocery store. Look up and see what other grocery stores are around here because I don't see any. I know that over here is a German private school. I imagine that you could probably walk to that German private school from here, but it's different to walk 15 minutes to school and to walk 15 minutes to the grocery store. You don't want to have to walk 15 minutes to the grocery store. You want to walk 5 minutes to the grocery store. And ideally, you want to have multiple grocery stores around you because some stores are not going to have this, what you're looking for. They don't all carry the same products. Um, and that's all I can see from here. I don't know. Is this a park or something? I don't know. But so the house is supposedly in here somewhere. This is like a China store, a pharmacy, a pizza pasta place, um, some restaurants, a cafeteria means it's kind of like a cafe. Oh, a little restaurant. Okay, that's the word that they use for cafeteria. Just a basic restaurant where it's not an actual cafeteria. That's a word that's used differently here in American English. It's a little restaurant. Um, and that's it. So if you have any other questions about using this, my suggestions, look at my blog. I just wanted to make this I wanted to make this video to show you how to use this website and to show you a way to identify where the better areas are in the city to rent. So again, that's putting it at 140 and ignoring anything in Oliver. And let's take off the bedroom requirements so that we get more inventory. And then, as I was saying, where all these properties are, except for except for that one over there, Oliver, I wouldn't go there. But the rest of these, I would be comfortable going to. I would want to check out exactly where this is. This might be a no over here, but the rest of them are a yes. And obviously, anything in here is going to be a yes too, but there's nothing for rent here. Anything that's like in Casco Antiguo, some things in La Magdalena, but not everything. I would not want to live on this road right here, Calle del Coso, on this part of it. To live over here is fine. I would not want to live over here. To live in here is fine. There's certain areas where it's like wouldn't want to live in the middle of that barrio, but on the outside of it, or maybe there's like a couple of good streets in there, but I'm just showing you generally what is considered kind of like good areas here. And also this is good. This right here is Dr. Serrada. Yes, I would say all of this. This is Plaza. I got it wrong the last time I said it. Okay, let's just say there's two plazas here. One is Hispania and one is Aragon, and I can never keep them straight. But this over here is good. It's just going to be maybe noisy because they have a lot of parades and tourism things, and this is where Plaza Pilar is. And then over here, you have Actor, and the same thing goes. There's good areas here and not good areas. I think that this here is a good area. Around this park, I was there the other day. I didn't think it was bad, but now like over here, I wouldn't necessarily go to certain spots in this area here. So I'm telling you from my perspective for what we look for. You might be looking for something different, and you may have different things that you want from a home. This is just for us. And I'm not going to recommend something that I would, if I wouldn't go there, I'm not going to recommend it. And I also know what has a bad reputation here, even though it might not be dangerous compared to where I lived in Mexico or where my husband's from in Honduras. By those standards, it's not dangerous. But by the standards of Spain and Zaragozanos and what they think about this, I'm telling you what people here who live here have told me about certain areas. Barrio de Jesus does not have a good reputation. Oliver does not have a good reputation. Certain parts of Delicias do not have a good reputation. Certain parts of Las Fuentes, no. And I think there are also areas back here that don't have a good reputation, but I'm not 100% sure. Um, I am not 100% about this, but I don't think that all of this here, Venecia, Torero, and La Paz, are places where you could just go pick any home and live in. You want to know exactly where it's at. Maybe certain spots of this area are going to be somewhere you would live, but others I wouldn't want to live there. Um, and then down here is where you have Puerto Venecia. This is a new community. Um, you might like it. I don't like it because it's too far away from the center where everything goes on. And the bus to get from here to the center is a long bus ride. And sometimes you have to take two buses. So that's it. If you have any questions about anything else, if I can get into anything else with living here by getting a rental, whatever it is, let me know. Leave in the comments, leave a comment, subscribe, do all the things to help grow my channel, okay? Thanks, and I will see you later.